Hello, my friend. Today, we have a beautiful and inspiring story for you. The Ugly Duckling. This story teaches us about courage, self-acceptance, and finding where we truly belong. It's perfect for learning English with easy words and short sentences. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy the story while you practice your English listening skills. Let's get started. Once upon a time, on a quiet farm, a mother duck was waiting for her eggs to hatch. She was excited to see her baby ducks. One by one, the eggs cracked open. Out came cute, yellow ducklings. But when the last egg hatched, a different duckling appeared. This duckling was bigger, with gray feathers and a long neck. He did not look like his brothers and sisters. Mother Duck looked at him in surprise but still loved him. However, the other animals on the farm noticed he was different. They started to whisper and laugh at him, calling him the Ugly Duckling. From the start, the different duckling felt left out. He didn't understand why he was so different from the others but hoped to be loved and accepted. The Ugly Duckling tried to play with the other animals, but they were mean to him. "You are too ugly to be one of us," shouted the chickens. "Look at his long neck." "How strange," said the older ducks. Every day was hard for the Ugly Duckling. He tried to be close to the others, but they pushed him away. He felt more and more lonely. He started to think that maybe something was wrong with him. His mother tried to protect him, but she could not stop the others from being mean. The little duckling felt sad and alone. He wondered why he was so different. Slowly, he began to wish he could find a place where he belonged. Tired of being bullied, the Ugly Duckling decided to leave the farm. He wanted to find a place where he would be accepted. One morning, he ran away. The duckling walked through fields and woods. He felt sad but also a bit hopeful. He didn't know where he was going, but he hoped to find a home where he could be happy. He stopped to rest by a quiet lake. At the lake, he saw some wild birds. "Maybe I can join them," he thought. But when he got close, the wild birds laughed at him and flew away. The Ugly Duckling felt even sadder but kept walking, hoping to find a place where he could belong. As he walked, he met different animals, but none wanted to be his friend. He started to understand that the world could be a tough place, but he did not give up hope. The Ugly Duckling found a small hut in the forest. Inside lived a hen and a cat. They let him come in to get warm. The hen asked, "Can you lay eggs?" The duckling said, "No, I can't." The cat asked, "Can you catch mice?" "No, I can't do that either," said the duckling softly. "Then you are of no use here," said the hen and the cat. They laughed and ignored him. The duckling felt unwanted again. He realized that this was not the place for him. Even though he was tired, he kept going. While wandering, the Ugly Duckling saw some bright birds. "Maybe they will like me," he thought, but when he got close, they flew away, scared by his looks. These encounters made the duckling feel more lost and alone. He wondered if he would ever find a place where he belonged. But he kept going, determined not to give up. Winter came, and it was very cold. The Ugly Duckling faced his hardest time. The wind was strong, and snow covered everything. He had no place to go and no friends to help him. He hid in bushes to keep warm from the freezing wind. At night, he shivered from the cold and hunger. One day, he found an old barn and stayed there for a while. But there was not much food, and he grew weak. His strong will to live was all that kept him going. He almost lost hope. He felt very lost and thought he might never find a place to belong. But even in pain, he did not give up. If I can survive the winter, he thought, maybe spring will bring something better. And so, with courage, the ugly duckling faced the cold winter, waiting for a better future. After a long, cold winter, spring came. The ice melted, and the sun was warm again. The ugly duckling, now weak and tired, felt hope in his heart. He left his shelter, ready to keep looking for a place to belong. As he walked, he found a beautiful lake surrounded by green trees and flowers. The water was calm, and the place was peaceful. The duckling decided to get closer. At the lake, he saw a group of beautiful swans swimming. The ugly duckling thought these birds were so lovely, but he never imagined he could be one of them. He moved slowly, afraid of being rejected again. But to his surprise, the swans welcomed him. He looked at his reflection in the water and could not believe his eyes. He was not the ugly duckling anymore. He had turned into a beautiful swan. His body was elegant, and his feathers were white and bright. He felt new and happy. The duckling now understood that being different was his true beauty. He had become a beautiful swan, and he realized that everything he went through brought him to this moment. As a swan, the ugly duckling began to enjoy his new life. He learned to swim with the other swans, fly high in the sky, and explore new places. He felt the freedom to be who he truly was. He found happiness in simple things, the sun on the water, the sound of the wind in the trees, and the company of his new friends. He no longer felt alone or different. He felt proud of who he was. He was grateful for all he had learned. The swan realized that his journey helped him discover who he really was. Sometimes, hard times are needed to show our true beauty. He flew and swam with confidence, knowing he had found his place. Over time, he became a symbol of beauty and strength. Those who had been mean to him now looked at him with admiration. He learned that true beauty is accepting who we are. The ugly duckling, now a beautiful swan, looked at the sky and thought about his journey. He remembered the hard times he had faced. But in the end, he saw that each challenge made him stronger and led him to find his true worth. The ugly duckling learned that real beauty is not how we look but in having the courage to keep going. He understood that even when we feel lost or different, there is always a place where we belong, where we are loved for who we are. The story of the ugly duckling teaches us not to judge others by how they look and always to believe in our worth. Each of us has our own path, and in the end, we might find we are more than we thought. And so, the ugly duckling lived happily as a beautiful swan, thankful for all he learned and for finding his place in the world. Thank you for listening to the story of The Ugly Duckling. We hope you enjoyed it and learned something new today. Remember, true beauty comes from within, and everyone has their own path to follow. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to Hello My Friend for more stories and English lessons. We love hearing from you, so please leave a comment below with your thoughts and any suggestions for future videos. See you in the next one, and keep practicing your English every day.